It's only once a year.
Welcome everyone to our
December 31st.
December holiday President's Club of Dayton meeting, luncheon. And we're gonna start with a prayer and then we will do the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay? Anthony?
I thank thee, Lord, as a volunteer for the chance to serve another year and to give of myself in some small way to those not blessed as I each day. My thanks for health and mind and soul to aid me ever toward my goal. For eyes to see the good in all, a hand to extend before a fall. For legs to go where the need is great, learning to love, forgetting to hate. For ears to hear and heart to care when someone's cross is hard to bear. A smile to show my affection true, with energy aplenty, a task to do. And all I ask, dear Lord, if I may, is to serve you better day by day. We ask for peace throughout the world and a blessed holiday for everyone. Amen.
Thank you. And let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, and we did not take time, have a moment of silence for people impacted by wars, hatred, and community disasters, but I want everybody to keep people around the world in your prayers, please, on a daily basis, because it's a struggle out there. So I want to welcome you all, and I don't know if everyone has seen the Christmas tree. We have gifts under there to give to the YWCA, and we also have a monetary gift to give to the Gospel Mission in honor of our 1995 recipient, Gerald Howard. So we're excited to be able to do that kind of donation this year, as well as we have a lot of gifts for the YWCA. So everyone has been very generous, and I really want to thank you all for that. Now, we have some people that are new to us, so we're gonna go around the room quickly and say who you are and what organization you're with. You ready for that, Anthony, our cameraman? Okay, so we can start back there.
I'll lead off. Paul Becker with the Center of the Noon Optimist.
Al Harmon, the Dayton Civitan Club.
Al Pierce with Dayton Civitan.
Rich Anglin, Gospel Mission.
Billy Anderson with PERS.
Sandy Anderson, Perry.
Bernice Jackson, Twenty.
Tara Williams, YWCA Dayton.
Charlotte Harris, Twin.
Elvira Bowers, Sinclair College. Jackie Covard, Twin.
Barbara Hudson Banner, president of Twin T and a member of the President's Club Board.
Pamela Thompson, 20.
Joseph Adele,
Jessica Reinsbone, National Aviation Heritage Area.
Oh, good.
Margaret Krukemeyer, Dayton Women's Club.
And Civitan.
And Civitan.
Kathy Von der Rink, Riverdale Optimist.
Randy Domigan, I'm the president of Dayton Rotary Club.
Veronica Bedell Nevels, member of Twin T and president of the President's Club of Dayton.
And I'm Tony Massoud, past president of the President's Club Vice President, also President-elect for the Civitan Club, and a member of, I'm Secretary also for the Dayton Area American Forum, and a member of the Women's Club, as well as Miami Valley Military Affairs Association.
And a new recipient of the Veterans,
Ohio Veterans.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
okay. So we have a nice group here today. Thank you so much for coming. So Khadijah, we didn't say a special prayer for Khadijah Ali, but we need to. She's in the hospital, and she would have been here today. She has a proclamation from the county commissioners. So Barbara Hudson Banner is going to read that for us, okay?
I should brought mine, I got one last week.
Proclamation by Montgomery County Board of County Commissioners. Whereas the Montgomery County, Ohio celebrates all individuals and local organizations striving to make a difference in the lives of those in need, and whereas the holiday season is a time of generosity and reflection, Circle of Vision Keepers, as well as their many partners, exemplify this spirit in their incredible work to bring nearly 3,000 toys to the children of our community. And whereas Circle of Vision Keepers recognize the impact of their community partners, Universal Events, Exchange Club of Dayton, Federal Reentry Court Program, Valley Brethren Church, UAW Local 128, President's Club of Dayton, and Fazi Umar Mosque for their help in making this possible. The collaboration and initiative achieved by these groups and community leaders is commendable. And whereas it is with incredible gratitude that the Montgomery County joined Circle of Vision Keepers to recognize the leaders who saw value in this mission and did their part in supporting it. Now therefore it be resolved that the Board of County Commissioners of the Montgomery County, Ohio, on this 25th day of December of 2024, does hereby recognize and thank Khadijah Ali of the Circle of Vision Keepers for their commitment and leadership in this mission. Signed by Deborah A. Lieberman, President, Carolyn Rice, and Judy Dodge.
Thank you. So Khadijah in Circle of Vision Keepers helped facilitate our gifts for the YWCA, and they brought us 3 bags of toys, and the toys came all the way from California. And so we really appreciate her thinking of the President's Club of Dayton and sharing those toys with us so that we can help benefit the YWCA Dayton, who this is our 2nd year contributing to their Christmas holiday. And then Twin Tig Inc. had their holiday party, and tons of toys and gifts for the mothers, because they do have a shelter and the mothers need things as well. And so Twin Tig gifted us so many bags, and I just wish, I want everybody to see this before the toys are taken out, the gifts are taken away, that we did a really good job this year. And next year, if we could have more organizations participate, that would be even greater. But we really, really, really appreciate what you all have done this year. Everyone, and Kathy and everyone who contributed, donated, we appreciate it. So give ourselves a hand. Okay, so Now, Rich Anglin is the Director of Ministry Development at the Gospel Mission. It's a Christian ministry that has served the Dayton community for over 112 years. It provides spiritual, emotional, and practical relief to the poor among us. Rich has been part of the Gospel Mission for nearly 15 years, serving in roles such as greeter, usher, occasional preacher, youth worker, dishwasher, and groundskeeper. Yes, that's what we do, whatever needs to be done. Additionally, he represents the Gospel Mission to area churches, businesses, and organizations interested in learning about and potentially supporting their work. So, Rich, we'd like for you to come up and tell us more about the Gospel Mission.
I dug this jacket out of the closet. I didn't try to button it. It's been a while. First, thanks for the invitation, and I won't take too long. And before I leave, I do want to share one personal story about Jerry Howard. Gospel Mission, 112 years. We began with a guy named Pastor Peter Cordell, standing on a soapbox somewhere over on East 3rd Street, just preaching a very simple message: Jesus saves. And that's the message we've been sharing for 112 years now. We work with people that are living on the edges of our community, people that have fallen through the margins. We have a daily chapel service at the mission, followed by a really wonderful meal. We'll serve anywhere from 70 to 100 people a day. A lot of it depends on the time of the month and when people's benefits and things may be running out. A number of the people we serve are homeless. I would say right now nearly all the women that come to the mission are temporarily residing at the women's shelter on Apple Street. A lot of our older men, they've got housing in downtown Dayton and senior housing. We do have people that are homeless, they're living out, but we try to provide them a really nice meal. We partner with area restaurants. You guys, a lot of you guys are old enough. Miami Valley Hospital, is that okay? Yeah, Premier, it's hard for me to say. But we partner with Miami Valley Hospital. We're gleaners. If you know the story of Ruth in the Bible, we glean from area restaurants and from the hospital. And we put together a really nutritious meal for our guests. We worked with the dietary staff at the Miami Valley Hospital to determine portion sizes and things like that. In addition to our meal services, we have different Bible studies and classes that we offer if people want to learn about and grow in their Christian faith. We run a frequent guest store, or a thrift store if you would. As our guests attend our services, they earn points, and they can use those points then to redeem for clothing. We do receive donations of clothing, personal toiletry items, canned goods, things like that. As our guests are getting get the housing vouchers, we're able to come alongside them with gifts of bedding. We get donations of pots and pans and things like that, help people get started on that. On our campus is located on Burns Avenue. Burns Avenue is about 3 blocks north of Miami Valley Hospital. We have a number of buildings. One building, Nehemiah University, actually sits on the corner of South Main Street, across from Premier's, I think it's a rehabilitative center. We have a gymnasium on our campus. So we have a drop-in gym on Tuesday nights for men to come and hang out and play ball. We also run some of our youth programs there. We've got a group of young men, high school students, junior high school students that come in on Saturday mornings and play in our gym. Nehemiah University, the property on South Main Street, is a multi-purpose facility. That's where we conduct our youth programs. We also have offered technology classes on Saturday mornings there. Those are the things that we do downtown. We also, by God's grace, we were given a farm out in Xenia about 20 years ago. Yeah, 2005, 20 years ago. And we operate week-long Christian day camps in the summer out there. We've got horses. I think we've got 18 horses now. We've got zip lines, we got climbing walls, we got the thing that goes through, or zip lines, high ropes courses, low ropes courses. Really nice adventure things that the kids seem to like. About a year ago, we were given money that allowed us to buy another 40 acres of land next to our farm, and we're now growing our own hay, working with the farmer there. We're learning a lot more about hay and horses, how that all works than we ever thought we would. We are largely driven by volunteers. We have a very small paid staff with the ministry. We work with probably in the course of the year maybe over 200 people that will help with our meal services, that help maintain our buildings and properties. So, wonderful ministry. I've been blessed to be part of it. I fully retired about 8 years ago, but I've been volunteering at the mission before that. So that's where I hang out. I like to. That's part of my rhythm of life right now. Real quick, Jerry Hauer story. Jerry knew Pastor Ken, our director. Pastor Ken's been there 40 years now. They were part of the Fairgrounds business community, and that's how I think they got connected. And I didn't know Jerry. I went to school, I think, with some of his kids, but years ago there was a very famous Christian pianist named Dino, and a Christian variation of Liberace. I mean, a lot of flares. He plays the piano, very gifted, engaging. And he came to Dayton to do a concert, and somehow the offer was made that he would do a concert for the children in our youth program. And these are kids that aren't normally get to go to concert settings. Well, we didn't have a piano or anything at Nehemiah University, and so Pastor Ken reached out to Jerry, and the next thing we know, we had a full-size grand piano, his very best one, delivered at his cost, and a wonderful concert was given for the kids, and they had a lot of interaction. That's the kind of things that, you guys knew Jerry, I think, better than I did, but that's just a story I wanted to share about what kind of man he was, his commitment to the community, and things that he would do in the background that people just otherwise wouldn't know about. Thank you so much for the invitation. I did bring some brochures if anyone wants to learn more about the gospel mission. I didn't have 15 minutes. I could talk for 15 minutes, but you've got other things to say.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
Nehemiah University, across from RIA,
Yeah.
I never knew that was part of, I thought that was a Middle Eastern place where people come, where I thought it was a school.
Yeah.
Where they come to smoke a hookah?
No hookah. But I mean, I had no idea. I was so off base with what that is.
Well, I'll give you a quick story on that. I'll try to be quick.
It's a
about it.
beautiful building.
Yeah.
Do you have any photos or anything?
It's in the brochure, yeah.
Okay.
We've had a youth program for probably close to 100 years. I say that because I knew two ladies, sisters, that the one that survives them now is 98. They used to come on a trolley car from West Dayton to the gospel mission while their mom went to work in the factory. Dad wasn't on the scene. When the building we're in is it's a Burns Avenue Missionary Alliance Church building. Pastor Ken, when he took over the ministry, had a vision for Nehemiah University. It was actually a property owned by the Weprin family. I think they had a beer drive-through there. And they had an offer, they wanted $500,000 for this tract of land. We didn't have $500,000. We had a gift given to us one year, about $2,000 for $250,000. And about a month later, Mrs. Weprin's realtor called us and said, make us an offer. She wants the property sold. So we offered $250,000 and got the property. But then you got to put a building up.
Yeah.
And we don't borrow. And we don't try to get out ahead of God on those things. There was a gentleman who volunteered at the mission, and he's still with us now, and he was part of the trade unions. He worked down at Armco, AK Steel. He organized area trade unions to come in and use that site as a training facility for plumbers, electricians, masons, things like that. And so over a course of 3 years, that building was put together. It was slowly, but that's God's time. So we use it primarily for our youth programs there, but we also have the technology classes. We have Bible studies for the guests who come to the mission, just a variety of things. And it gets repurposed every 2 or 3 years, just depending on the rhythm of life at the mission. So And Nehemiah comes from the Bible. It's a book in the Old Testament. Nehemiah was a builder. He went back after they came back from Babylon out of captivity to rebuild Jerusalem. That's where he got that. Yeah.
Tell them about the windows.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite stories. The neighborhood where we're located it was a pretty tough neighborhood 30 years ago. And so Pastor Ken wanted a lot of natural lighting, but he didn't want windows that people could easily get in through and take things out, if you know what I mean. And so he had very designed narrow windows, and we had a young lady who was part of a church that would come in on Saturdays, and they would clean up the construction debris for the week. And she asked Pastor Ken about the windows. He told her that's why I designed it this way. And she goes home and tells her dad, who works for a window company. The window company had just completed a contract with the Air Force for windows for one of their buildings, had been paid, and then the Air Force canceled the contract. That is our government at work. And they fit to the millimeter in our spaces. God is good. God provides in His time and in His way. And that's what He's done with the mission. So.
And how many kids are in your youth mission?
Today, the one area we were hit hard with the pandemic was with our youth ministry. We were working at that time with like 30 children a night. We're probably working with about 20 right now. We got a program on Friday nights for God's Girls. We got volunteers from Cedarville University and do one-on-one mentoring with our young ladies. And then we've got a group of young men that come in and play basketball on Saturday mornings. And our guys try to teach them some things, but they do a lot of mentoring with those guys too. That's how. And then the kids that work with our youth programs, they get to go out to camp in the summertime. In addition, the camp's also open for a fee for others, kids that want to use it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, anybody else? Because I wanted to ask you that about the farm and the camp.
Yeah.
If other school systems or programs could use the
They
camp.
typically would have to talk with Pastor Ken about that. That would be a Pastor Ken discussion. Yeah. And his.
Okay. That's so interesting. Okay. Good work.
Thank you.
Oh, please come back.
I guess, yeah.
Yes.
That's a reminder.
Yeah, I forgot the President's Club of Dayton's gift to you. Okay, in honor of
Hold on.
Jerry.
Let's do this and
Hold on.
shake hands.
Wait a minute.
Get a good one.
Hold on. Good.
Okay.
That didn't blink.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. So now we have our CEO and president of the YWCA Dayton, Tara Fox Williams, and she's going to give us an update on the Y.
Pastor, if he's interested.
Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you all for having me back again this year. It is so appreciative for the President's Club and Twin Tigs to support the YWCA Dayton. So just a brief update of where we are as an organization. We're in a strategic process of strengthening our mission by addressing our challenges head on. These issues did not happen overnight, and they have impacted the YWCA Dayton for many years. But we're addressing them now in a way that will prevent them from happening in the future. We have learned some very valuable lessons and from the past, and we're applying those lessons as we build a stronger and more resilient future. Rather than being daunting about this process, we are energized and encouraged, and we are now facing this big challenge head on, and we need your help to help us. With the support of the YWCA USA, the Dayton Foundation, we have engaged a highly experienced team to help solve our immediate challenges and to guide us through a plan for a long-term success. Right now, we are heads down and working on this plan, and we appreciate your patience. In mid-January, we'll be coming to the community in a thoughtful discussion on how do we rebuild the YWCA Dayton together. Our commitment to the mission remains unwavering and the continued support of our partners. Your need for support. Key funding for the YWCA Dayton from our Victims of Crime Act has dropped by 70%. We are currently providing safe, affordable housing for 108 women and children. We are providing housing programs for immediate shelter, food, clothing, and caring for families fleeing from domestic violence, transitional housing, and services to help them get back on their feet and be stable. We also have permanent support housing, which is located in our downtown location building. Some difficult decisions that we've made. Huber Heights. Planning for the future has included some tough decisions, such as stepping away from the Huber Heights property. But we knew that it had to be done for us to have long-term success. Women of influence. We took a pause this year to be laser focused on rebuilding, but we're planning to be back in March of 2026. And we thank you for your continued support with this program, and we're looking forward to celebrating with you all in March of 2026. Some recent highlights. Thank you to Amazon, the Vandalia facilities, for donating over $48,000 of all types of supplies for our women in shelter. We had a happy Thanksgiving. We had a local church to bring Thanksgiving dinner to our families in shelter and also in our housing unit. In Preble County, we are fully staffed. We have 9 residents in our Preble County program, and the planning work with our partners to make sure that the clients continue to have the success that they need is underway. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the YWCA Dayton and myself, I want to thank you all for continuing supporting us. It means a lot to our women and children in shelter and also in our transitional housing and our permanent support housing. Thank you all for having me again today.
Okay, so under the Christmas tree is
good.
Everything for you all.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
For the why.
Thank you so much. It means a lot to our women and children in our shelter, aftercare, transitional housing, and everything. It really does. It brings a joy to have our children be able to experience normalcy, to be able to say, like today is kind of, we have a holiday market. So what we'll do is like we'll put the toys out and we'll have the parents come and shop for the kids first. And then in the afternoon, we'll have the kids come and shop with the parents, and we'll sit down with them and we'll wrap gifts. It is such a joy to be able to see that and the smiles that are on the families' faces. It is. It is such a joy.
Why don't the two of you go on the side of the tree and take a picture?
Oh, okay. We can do that. Mother speaks. What?
One on one side.
Oh, and one on the other. Can you get it all?
And you could even
That's too far. It's a lot of stuff. Okay.
Can I get 20 people here?
Yes, 20,
Jackie or Vala,
but it's that Kathy has gifts up here. Other, you know, we need to get all of us together.
Make sure you take pictures.
I think he's really understood better photographer.
I think you guys did. He likes taking pictures. It's good. That's what we keep around for.
Kathy, wait, Stacy.
No, he doesn't.
I don't put it there.
Yeah. Who else wants to say?
Wait a minute, what is this, all women?
Well, the call went out.
Hold on.
Tables are reserved for the tea party later today.
Okay.
We were trying to see the
Got it.
president's
Okay.
Hey, man, let's go.
Yeah, you wanna get the men up there? Come on, men.
Come on, Randy, let's go.
There think we're a sexist organization.
Kathy. Come on, Al, Long. Come on, guys. Come on, Rick.
Yeah, we're going. Come on out. We're going out. Being that Tony's gonna harass us.
Brush my teeth today, so I should be.
Come on, Billy.
You can keep your hat on. Billy's wife is down there. He's nothing without his wife.
Scoot in a little bit.
Don't hide.
Thank you.
You're right over your head.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. Professional.
Professional photographer.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.
No, don't let it stop.